The city behind me is Chongqing.
This is the largest city on Earth, with a tiny asterisk, we will talk about it. This is home to some mind-blowing architecture, the spiciest hotpot, tough but fascinating history, and night views that look straight out of a movie. It's also home to 32 million people, more than population of some entire countries. And yet, most of the world has no idea what Chongqing actually looks like. For the next 4 days, this is my home too. My goal for this trip is simple: get a real feeling of what Chongqing is like, find the best hotpot in the city, get a little bit touristy, and try not to get bankrupted in the process. Chongqing is located in the central part of China, and it's one of the country's 4 Tier 1 cities alongside Beijing, Shanghai and Tianjin. We call it a city, but this word doesn't fully describe what Chongqing actually is, at least not in the traditional sense. I mean, how can you call this a city? Chongqing contains 26 districts, 8 counties and 4 autonomous counties, with most people living in the main urban area and the districts around it. In the past few years, a lot of influencers visited and labeled it a cyberpunk or even dystopian city, but my experience was very far from this description. I landed in Chongqing early in the morning. I still had about 7 hours before I could check into my hotel, so I decided to take a ride to Laojun Temple. I wasn't 100% sure about that, but it looked like a good viewpoint to see the city in the morning. It is quite a hike here in this mountain temple, and I did not expect to start this morning like that. First day in Chongqing, straight from the airport to this mountain temple. The only people I met here are the temple workers and probably one random grandpa who was doing his morning exercises. Ho ho ho, look at that! Guys, let's just appreciate this quiet moment. It's 8:30, the city is still in the morning fog, and we are staying here on a mountain watching this gigantic city waking up. I really like moments like this. This looks like the downtown area with most of skyscrapers. That building looks like that Singaporean iconic building. I arrived from over there, the airport is like 20 minutes driving away. And I figured that my hotel is in that building. This should be my hotel. Check-in 2 p.m. That's when I thought, why not try asking for an early check-in? And to my surprise, they replied almost instantly. My room was ready and I could come anytime. That's really good news. I felt so tired after a long night flight, so I took another taxi and headed straight to the hotel. Welcome to $15 a night room in Chongqing. That's my home for the next 4 days, and this is how it looks like. Kind of vintage style room, really nice colors of the wall. There is a bathtub, bed, projector. This looks like a proper kitchen, even with the washing machine. Here is the wash and face corner, the toilet, and here is a truly Chongqing view. You see, over there is the old style block of buildings. It's actually a very touristy area. Some huge buildings, residential buildings over here. A little bit of the river view. Here, my potential neighbors. I'm not sure if they're gonna look at me while I'm taking a bathtub. I hope none of them would. Like, imagine you bought an apartment in this building, let's say on floor 28, 29, and then you look at the window or you go to a balcony for a smoke, and then boom, there's a random foreigner chilling inside a bathtub, enjoying this sort of a view.
Walking around Chongqing is no easy. The city is literally located in a chain of mountains, and anywhere you're gonna go, you're gonna either be climbing up or climbing down. Even right now, I'm walking from the hotel I'm staying to the subway station. First it was a big walk down, now it's a little walk up. My ankles are being exercised.
That's also why you will not see any bicycles here and not many electric bikes either. Most scooters passing by are regular gas scooters, which is quite unusual for modern China. But most cars are electric here. The blue plates are for gasoline cars and green plates are for the electric ones. And in Chongqing you'll notice a lot of electric cars everywhere.
We're staying at line 1 and line 2 underground. Before entering the subway, they have this sort of check-in thing, so every passenger before entering subway should scan the bags. This ticket machine might look a bit confusing for the first time. There's like a lot of Chinese, some lines, a lot of stations here. Individual characters are not even like visible. It's a very rare thing for China to use cash payments, so I just use my phone for QR payment. I literally have my international credit card linked to Alipay, and that's how I can pay using the same QR system as all Chinese people do. Ancient town. Not this one. The buildings behind me look like a very modern residential complex here. They're like, look all the same around China. But the area in front of me is the one called Sichiko Ancient Town. Funny enough to see this building, that building, like 7-story buildings. They are residential buildings too, just decorated in this supposedly ancient style. And this huge area all around, that is the main attraction here. This place is basically a large area full of different shops, street food stands, all sort of like regular style tourism things. A great area for little shopping, for eating, and in the evening time checking out one of the most interesting performances that Chongqing can offer. In this area there's one theater called Chongqing 1949, and they have a very historic, patriotic, communistic performance with a stage that rotates 360. For lazy people, we have an escalator here. I think I'm gonna be feeling lazy a bit later. For now, let's just stroll around this street. Just found some local style of snacks, and how shocked I was to see that it's kind of pure pepper. Look at this, it's literally pieces of pepper with some seeds inside. 你好，这是辣椒吗？
对，尝吧。
麻辣，香辣，
香辣。啊，这个呢？
微辣，
微辣，中辣。
哦，
你可以试一个。
好啊，谢谢你。那我先吃这个了，你给我一点点了。
对。这是有麻和辣，麻和辣。
哦哇哦，
是不是很好吃吧？
好吃，哇哦，谢谢你。
没事。
那我要这个麻辣。
麻辣。
嗯，要那个20块的。
那一点点我都要给你补起来。
谢谢你，谢谢你。There's also some sorts of beans here and some sort of local Chinese snack, but that one is familiar to me. These little things is totally new. I never tried anything like that in my life. When I saw that pepper for the first time, I thought that it's gonna be so spicy I will not be able to handle that. I first tried the medium spicy and that was fine and delicious. Then I tried the spiciest one and that was spicy indeed, but something that I definitely can handle. And that was so good that I couldn't resist and I bought a little bit of this pepper to share with my friends back in Vietnam. I wonder if Sue is gonna like it or not. This might be the most interesting thing I found in one of these streets. 这是什么东西？
这是火锅底料。
知道了，很辣吗？
有香辣，有麻辣，有不辣的。
These pile of sauces are spicy. You can see the amount of pepper in it and all variations of spices. But these all are non-spicy. They have different tastes, but all of them are not spicy at all. You add it into a boiling pot of water and then you can have a local style hot pot. 我要一个麻辣的。
35元是35元。
35元。好啊。谢谢。
It's about time to see the Chongqing 1949 performance. This is basically a military, historical, patriotic drama that people seem to like very much in China. It is a story about CCP revolutionaries, the liberation of Chongqing, and the final days of Chinese Civil War. What makes this theater unique is how it is designed. The entire set is built on rotating stage. It's huge, a lot of things happening all at once, and this really feels grand. The tickets were not cheap, and I paid a bit extra just to sit in the rotating section. The show was entirely in Chinese, but I had this translation earbud. And yeah, the show was epic.
新中国成立的消息传进了集中营。此时，距重庆解放。
Once it was over, I just went back to my hotel and possibly entertained my neighbors with my own epic bathroom show.
Alright guys, I'm making the bathtub full, the water is really nice, and my night movie gonna be ready soon. See you tomorrow. Good morning from Chongqing. It's day 2 and I woke up craving for some coffee. I searched for some coffee and I discovered there's a lot of coffee shops around my area of one very big brand that might be totally unfamiliar to you. Talking about this Luckin Coffee. So yeah, let's go get our first cup of coffee in China.
There are over 26,000 Luckin coffee shops in China, like what's going on here? But what I saw inside was very different from what I expected. It really feels like a place where you can grab your coffee and go. This man just picked up his order and nobody even checked anything. And by the way, if you don't order your coffee on your phone, you will probably pay extra. For example, this coconut latte is 32 yuan on paper menu, but on the app it's just 14.9. It goes same for every other drink, and it's actually fun browsing the menu. I can clearly see that people in China prefer sweet coffee drinks instead of classic coffee. There are so many different options. I wanted to try this white chocolate latte, and I could choose between iced or hot and between 5 different levels of sweetness. And the second drink goes to my friend. She's my only Russian friend who still lives in China for over 10 years already.
Wow, it tastes so good.
A quick reminder to all postcard lovers. If you want to receive real postcards from me, you can join my postcard club on Patreon or YouTube memberships. I pick unique postcards in every country I visit and I mail them every season of the year. Becoming a member is literally the best way to support my channel.
There are so many things that are just different here in Chongqing. Like, I haven't noticed that at first, but now started to walk around the city and I see that there are so many rental power banks all around. And it is not a new thing for me, like, it's a big thing all around Asia. I don't even own a power bank for myself. When I need one, I can rent it here. But specifically here in Chongqing, it's all around. You see these yellow boxes, this yellow box, 3 yellow boxes stacked on one after another. Here's another yellow box, a white one with some police sticker, the red box, yellow box. I think this one is a bucket, not a box, and more power banks. What surprises me here is, like, they just randomly put it here, they literally glue it to this construction. The light is blinking, it's working, electricity is connected to this over here, and I could just grab one of them, scanning this QR code with my WeChat or Alipay app. For some reason, these boxes with rental power banks are everywhere here. But what surprises me even more is how bad they look. They're very old, scratches are all around. They're just glued to random places. I have no idea what is happening here, but they are all around. I see some business opportunity here. A place for another and another charging box.
Yeah, I'm writing this voiceover now and I wonder if moments like these power banks are even interesting to people. Tell me in the comments, guys. I personally find it so amusing to see these small details. But the next place we're visiting is not small at all. It's actually the place you see in every single video about Chongqing. And yeah, I wanted to see it myself too, and oh my, this place feels so different when I saw it with my own eyes.
We just arrived to one very unique place. This place looks very ordinary, It's like I'm walking around a square. I entered from that little corner, that is the ground area. There is just street and subway entrance. But once I got here, I see the 9th floor sign. Like, this is the 9th floor. And if we go into that building, we're gonna see level 22. That is literally 22nd floor of this building. This is a little bit spooky, guys. Like, I'm a bit terrified looking down there, but look at this. Oh my goodness. It's 22 floors down there, and we are staying all the way up here. And I think you can even see the 22nd floor mark over here. You see multiple levels here. That is the ground floor. There is like 5 floors up from that point, and there's some parking lots. Like, somebody has a parking right there. I'm looking at this building now, and at the first floors, I think they barely get any sunshine there. You see, this building starts way down there, and probably none of these apartments ever have good sunlight. And this building is tall. It goes up, I don't know, like 25-30 floors over there. If somebody wants to get an apartment, here is a phone number. You can get either 2-room, 1 kitchen, or 3-room, 1 kitchen. Just call this number. But honestly, I would not like to live in this building. It's like an easy recipe to get depressed, especially for somebody who lives in the down part of the building. Probably they barely have any sunshine. There is one thing that everyone should try in Chongqing, and I wanted to try it for very, very long time. That is Chongqing Huoguo. This place is called Disha Huoguo.
And it's rather a touristy spot, but unlike many touristy places, this hot pot restaurant is also often visited by local people. It's located inside the old shelter tunnels that were carved into the mountains during the war. Chongqing has a huge network of these underground passages, and some of them were turned into regular daily life places.
So the entire restaurant is located by this tunnel. It goes like really far away. It's one of the kitchens, and over here it's another parallel tunnel, and look how far it goes. Like, they literally use this kind of tricycles to deliver things. Wow.
We got our table number 83A, and this was actually a long walk by the tunnel. It feels surreal walking here towards my table, knowing the original purpose of these tunnels.
This is absolutely massive air ventilation system. They also have some storage units and a lot of power banks, like a lot of power banks and storage units.
Yeah, meet His Majesty Chongqing Hot Pot. I'm so glad they have an option for 2 separate flavors. I'm genuinely terrified by the left side of our hot pot, but the right side, the tomato hot pot, gives me some sort of relief. A big part of any hot pot is this sauce, and I can just make my own sauce here. There are so many ingredients that I can mix together, and this lady definitely knows what she's doing. Peanut sauce, green onion, coriander, and a huge load of garlic. I'm just gonna steal this sauce recipe, and it took me about a few minutes to make this sauce, but our food was already on the table. We got some meat, some more meat, some meatballs, tofu, potato strings, some mushrooms, lotus root, bean sprouts, and cabbage. Plus a beer for my friend and a tea for me, and the total bill was 25 American dollars. So far, Chongqing feels surprisingly affordable.
This hot pot looks like a mass destruction weapon. As soon as this started boiling, that thick layer of fat just disappeared. It's fully dissolved into this, and I think we're kind of ready to begin eating this. This part is so spicy, local style. I'm not sure if I can enjoy this. This is what I think I'm gonna be eating more. That is some sort of tomato hot pot. But I'm gonna give this a try, and I'm just terrified to think, what if I actually enjoy that and I eat that? Tomorrow I'm gonna have a hard time on toilet. Like, sorry guys, but that's what I think now. That is so much better than I expected. It tastes spicy, but not as spicy as I imagined. It's actually good. If you're ever gonna eat Chongqing hot pot, beware, it's really tricky. The spiciness, it doesn't just come and go. The more I eat, the more of spicy feeling accumulates in my mouth. And I cannot stop eating. We still have a lot of good things to eat. We're just halfway through. If you're ever gonna visit Chongqing, you have to try this spicy hot pot.
It's about sunset time, we are having this overpriced tea with a view to the evening city. Chongqing is an interesting place to visit, and I hope I will come back someday, maybe on my way to exploring Sichuan province. But this time I'm actually going the opposite direction, down south to Guangxi, which should be a much smaller and more natural place to explore. Thank you so much for being with me, and see you in Guangxi. Don't forget to subscribe, this helps me a lot.